Shamps and Giggles. History, news, views, and reviews from a black perspective. Shamps and Giggles back for 2024. Oh my lord. No problem, you can fix it. But just to be clear, Les Brown, wrong way back. He would have this saying: better to be prepared and not have than to have and not be prepared.
You're saying it wrong, bro.
Go on then.
So it's for instance, if you're in a forest, it's better to have a gun than not need it than need a gun and not have it. That's the saying.
That's if you're in a forest. No. That's the forest. I'm not talking about the forest. Better to be prepared and not have an opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared.
Absolutely.
You know. So this Yolanda Adams song, just an amazing song. I'm gonna be ready. And you know, things are happening on a day. I've said it 1,000 times. Things are happening on a daily basis, passing us by. Is what you grab. You have to grab stuff. Otherwise, everything's just moving. And things are moving so fast. What am I talking about? I've hit the record button already, but we'll talk about it afterwards. We have got Eugene Bullard, by the way. Eugene Bullard is a bad dude. He is, and just to give you a sneak preview, this is a Black History moment. So if you know about Eugene Bullard, feel free to comment. If you don't, this will just be a moment in time where you've learned about this guy. He's a bad dude. And funny is this guy who calls himself, his own word, the fat electrician, that goes on to talk about this character, Eugene Bullard, and he does so for a good 45 minutes. I mean, the guy's story is just that amazing, just amazing. So let's just have a 2-minute listen. I'll give him 2 minutes and get some insight into this amazing character, Eugene Bullard. And perhaps we'll add some more as well. Let's have a look.
This is one of those stories that if they ever actually try to make a movie out of it, they will intentionally ruin it because the truth seems that unbelievable. Today we're talking about a professional boxer, a professional jazz musician, a World War I machine gunner decorated for valor on the battlefield, a spy, the world's first black combat pilot who also is probably the first man to take a capuchin monkey into combat as well. And just to be clear, this is not like the A-Team Avengers type group that I'm laying out before you. Know. This is all one guy. His name's Eugene Bullard. His friends called him Sparrow. Everybody else just called him the Black Swallow of Death. And for further clarification, Eugene is most well known for being the world's first black combat pilot, but honestly, while that is a great achievement, it's one of the shortest and least interesting parts of his life story, which we're going to get to right after a word from our sponsor.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, in a nutshell, him being the first black combat pilot is the least of his achievements, for crying out loud. Jeremy, I don't know if you know about the chap, Eugene Bullard. Phenomenal guy, phenomenal achievements.
I mean, I've got a few facts about him. He was born on the 9th of October, 1895 in Columbus, Georgia. He died 1961, the 12th of October. Awards, he had the Croix de Guerre, 1939-95, which is a military medal for World War I. He served 1914, 1918. Basically, he got 10 commemorative medals for his service. He had 3 children, a wife, obviously, and he's buried in Flushing Meadows Cemetery, War Cemetery in the United States. Parents William Bullard and Josephine, but he was a phenomenal guy. He was the original. How can I put him as? Maybe he might be the original Terminator because he was just a diehard.
That's what he was.
He was just like a Rambo. He was Rambo. That's who he was. He was Rambo.
He was a killer. He was a killer. And big up to Cassandra for pointing this guy out. I mean, a genuine bad man. That's what you call a bad man. He's running towards the bullets. Everybody else is running away from the bullets. So a classic guy. And there was just so much to say about him that, you couldn't miss it. So the black swallow of death, Eugene Bullard, is one to look up on YouTube and really embrace this individual. Just shows what, well, I don't advocate war really, because I mean, that's them, their kids. But this guy, he's just amazing. If you're going to war, be like him.
Do you know how he got there, Joe?
Go on then.
He got there by seeing the lynching of his father in 1903 and seeking adventure in the world beyond Columbus, Ohio, where he was born. He ran away from home in 1906. He got to Atlanta, changed his name or gave himself a name as English clan Stanley. Yeah. He was a boxer. He rode racehorses. In 1911, he was the first black man to win a race in Terrell County Fair in 1911. I'm just reading. He went to Aberdeen in 1912 before the First World War. He appeared in Paris for his first time at a boxing match in November 1913. There is a statue of him. Where's this statue? He's basically got a statue as an American National Guard because he actually fought for America. Yeah.
He did. And
Yeah.
he went to
Although he was French.
Well, he insisted on going to France.
He flew in 20 missions.
Yeah.
Down in at least one German plane. Yeah, he was just this all-rounder kind of. He rode, like I said, he rode racehorses. He boxed. He's like anything he put his hand to, he's just good at it.
Yeah, and he, well, in war, that's the thing. He's putting his hand to, and that's the direction he was going to. Ended up in, came out of war. People don't do this, and went back to war. I think
100%.
Who does that? The saying is, let he who knows not war go to the field. Because if you know what war's like, you don't want to go out there. Oh. True bad man.
So I found a little bit more about him, Joe. Let's read these two little short paragraphs. At the beginning of World War I, Bullard joined the French army serving in the Moroccan division of the 107th Infantry Regiment. The French government awarded him the Croix de Guerre for his bravery at the Battle of Verdun. Twice wounded and declared unfit for infantry service, he requested assignment to flight training. He amassed a distinguished record in the air, flying 20 missions and downing at least one German plane. Between world wars, he owned and managed nightclubs in Montmartre section of Paris, where he emerged as a leading personality among such African-American entertainers as Josephine Baker, Louis Armstrong, and Sidney Bechet. In 1923, he married a lady, the daughter of a wealthy Parisian family. The couple had two surviving children, Jacqueline and Louisa, before separating in 1931. In the 1930s, Bullard joined the French government counterintelligence network, spying on Germans in Paris. When Nazi Germany conquered France in 1940, Bullard and his daughters escaped to New York. He worked there in a variety of occupations for the rest of his life. And in 1959, he was made a Knight of the French Legion of Honor by Charles de Gaulle. And he died on the 12th of October, 1961.
Good evening, Sister D. What I want there? D Natchez there. It's just too amazing what he did. Sophia's in the building. Toots is here. What I want. Everybody there. It's a beautiful evening. Let me tell you, Eugene Bullard, amazing guy. And then look what comes across the wires. Now, this is an interesting situation, an interesting circumstance. And the question was asked. This is an occurrence in Walmart. Okay. Looking at this little picnic and her behavior, what would you do if you was in this here situation? Of course, our viewers would need to follow us on YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, and the multiple other places that we are. Our radio listeners, you know, the links are put on the YouTube channel, so you can head over there and subscribe, and you'll be able to see the video that's being portrayed now of a young girl, about 10 years old, 11. She's in the supermarket, literally just tearing up the place. So as we look at it, guys, that's the question we're asking. What would you do in this situation? And you'll hear the comments of the surrounding people. Are they right? Are they wrong? Are they indifferent? Let's tune in as best we can, see what we can glean from this here situation. To be fair, the sound is poor at this point. Girls far away from the room.
Let her go.
Well, whoever she's with, where I go? Well, she is in the store.
Hey, young lady! Hey, don't yell at her! Don't yell at her! You don't know what she's committed to! We don't know what's happening! Nobody knows what's going on! Stop her!
Don't touch her! Right. Don't touch her!
Baby! What's her name? Don't report her! That's her name! You don't know what... Oh! Girl, you don't know what she's doing!
Well, what do you make of that? And as she's throwing things in the supermarket for the radio listeners, you can hear in the background people are talking, like one person calls out young lady to the little girl, and then another woman bystander says, "Don't you yell at her." And then you can just see the chaos unfolding. I mean, good Lord. Pinky, I know you've seen this a good couple of times, this video. You know, but rotted. I mean, come on now. What's going on? Pinky, your hand is up. Come in. I know you.
I heard
wow.
that the little girl was with foster parent, and it was the foster woman who was in the background who's actually saying, "Don't touch her, don't yell at her." But if you notice in that video, there was two women already trying to wrestle with her on the floor.
I thought that would have been the foster parents, no?
No, she was the woman in the black, was the foster woman. If you rewind it, she was where she was saying, don't shout at her, you don't know what she's been through. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Foster parent.
Yeah, no. Right,
Black
I'm gonna
woman.
tell you where the foster parent is now.
Yeah, is it the black woman?
No, she looks like she's mixed race. I'm not.
It looks
Right,
like them two
so
there.
right, so you see these two people are fighting with her, yeah?
Yeah.
That should never have been happening. All right.
Yeah, but who's
Where
the parent?
is
Who's the parent?
the foster parent, the woman responsible? Here she's there now. There she is.
Where?
That's her there.
Where?
See her walking. She just walked past.
This one.
No, you missed her. You just missed her. She casually walked round. Here she's going to come back round here again. You're going to see her. Wait. There she is. She's there in the background. Right in the background.
Where? There.
No, you've missed her, Joe. Go. I'm going to show you where she is now again. Let the video roll. She's going to come round. She's going to walk across this screen just now. Wait a minute. Let the volume go, because you're going to hear her say it there now.
Huh.
Yes, that's her there.
And what
she was there already. She was there when the two ladies were holding her down.
Young lady. She said young lady. No.
She said, she's the one who said, leave her alone. You don't know what she's been through. You don't know what. She was actually being responsible. Now, I heard she's not, listen, how she's dealing with it.
No, she's not
Oh,
dealing
but
with
look,
this.
she's much aware when she kicks the thing. Oh, that hurt me, so I'll pull that down. But
Then she's gone
this
for the
is what we
bottles.
call, for me anyway. You know, you see, all of this. This is down to the actual. I mean, people have said it's not the parent. I've said it on the thing, but I mean, I don't know. I thought she was the mother, but regardless, whether she's the mother, the guardian, whoever, at the end of the day, that's a big child. She already knows what behaviour she gives. So at the end of the day, when she was doing that in the first place, by the time she started pulling, she should have scooped her up and outside with her. All of that, where people are looking on, you're enabling the behaviour because the public are giving her attention, paying attention. Oh, look what she's doing, and she does it even more. Okay, and the as I said, the care of the parent, I would have gone in there, scooped her up, whisk her out, outside she goes. Okay,
And then have that conversation.
Putting her in a safe place because right about now, that whole environment was very unsafe for her.
So the caregiver,
And for the carer to actually, I mean, really, do you have time to be telling people the child's business? Oh, you don't know what she's been through. This, that. Listen, it's nothing to do with the public what the hell she's been through. Nobody, it's no one's business. You haven't got to explain to anyone. What the most thing you should have said to everybody was there, please don't give this action any attention, carry on, and then
walk out the shop, taking the
With
child
the
out of the
picnic.
situation, out of the sight of everyone, and such that here we go.
But me personally, I
Now
wanted to
the
scoop her
child's
up and
not
out.
getting the attention. Huh?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's not even so much that. I mean, she's having a meltdown, the child, whatever she's having a meltdown. For me, it's about keeping her safe. By her getting to the bottles, all the stuff that she was, that's not a safe environment for her because she's going to hurt herself. So
Nor
for
for
me,
anyone
it
else.
would have been, yeah, scoop her up and out because it's challenging behaviour. You can't dialogue with her, and she knows that she can't engage with her when she's at that state. So
That
when you've
level.
got to that state, the first thing is just to lift her up, scoop her up, give her, hug her, hold her. We love you. Everything's going to be okay. Get her outside as quick as you can, away
There you
from
go.
the
Oh,
public.
look, Henry's giving a clap. There we go. Oppositional.
I've dealt with kids worse than that, and you've just got to scoop them up.
Innit? Oppositional defiance disorder.
That woman was a joke. I don't know how you can put children in care. It's nothing to do. It's not the child. It's everybody there that enabled that behaviour.
Because they don't know what they're doing. Chuck says special needs, and the other
Absolutely.
one, Sophia, the kid is probably riddled with E numbers. That's the food that they eat, and they put E133, E this, E that.
Yeah. Who said that? Sophie.
So, yeah. Go on, Chuck, talk the things.
I have a grandson. I have a grandson who has special needs. He doesn't speak at the present time, and when he gets upset, he has meltdowns. Yeah, and I mean meltdowns. When I have to go and scoop him up, yeah. When I done scoop him up, yeah, I'm drenched because that's the kind of energy this little boy has. Yeah, my grandson would never have the opportunity to do that in a supermarket because, first and foremost, his safety is paramount. So that's why I said, Pinky, full 100. I'm gonna scoop him up. Shopping done. Forget shopping. Yeah, I'm gonna scoop him up and take him away. Yeah, because as Pinky said, yeah. There's a little part of them, don't care how old they are, they can see that they're getting attention, and that's what's also feeding them.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
With my little man, he's getting better. Yeah, but part of his meltdown is because he can't speak to express what he wants to say. Yeah, so he just gets upset.
I've got that, Jimmy.
Yeah, so
with my
all
little
we do if he has a meltdown, no matter where we are,
grandson does. I ignore him.
Hold on, Piggy.
We just take him away from the situation. We just take him away from the situation. Yeah, and if that carer or person can't scoop that child and pick up and take her away, she should not be looking after that child.
Shouldn't be bringing him into that environment. Because
No.
now it's a danger for
You can't control it.
everybody.
Especially now she's at the counter where she's throwing bottles.
Absolutely, Jimmy.
That's
There was
insanity.
no risk assessment. There was no nothing. No risk.
You know,
It's America.
we've all seen it
I
before,
mean,
yeah?
America.
You're in the sweetie section, yeah? And a child wants sweeties and the parent says no. And they have a meltdown and they sit on the floor and they refuse to move. Fine, sit on the floor. Me, I'm gonna run away from you and run right the way around the aisle and be at the other end. I'm gonna watch how you behave. Because when you're done do your stupidness, you're gonna look up because you want attention from me. Yeah? So I'm gonna let you do your stupidness and you think I'm standing up in front of you. Yeah? Right now, I'm behind you. When you can't see me, now let's see how you're going to behave. Remember, I'm behind me. I'm watching you, you know. Yeah, it's
No,
not
the
my
children,
first
they
birthday.
always look to see who's watching
Of
them. They always
course.
look. They always look.
I'm
They
not just a
always look.
grandparent. I'm a parent. I've got children. And
Yeah,
you know they
yeah.
play games.
Yeah,
Children are
yeah,
highly intelligent. It's
yeah.
us
Hello.
who sometimes can't keep up with them and we just don't realize it.
We don't realize it. Yeah.
But yeah,
True that.
take the child out of the
Really?
situation and give the child some time to breathe. Give the child some water. Do what you have to do, because if you have a child like that, especially if it's your own child, you know what techniques you need to use to calm that child down, because it's not going to be your first rodeo.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that you should have. By the way, with any child, much less special
With
needs.
any child,
When you
you've
go
got
out with
what
the
we're
child,
saying is,
hold on. When you go out with a child, you would have that that bag. You call it whatever bag you know, the child bag, and it's got toys in there. It's got a little fruit in there. It's got a little something in there. So if the child kicks off, these are your tools, and it's like the tool bag that you can use to help calm the child down, distract the child, turn its attention, divert.
all that child needed was distraction. Yeah, distraction. You would have just had to try and she had no tools. What her tools was to tell the public, oh, don't tell her this, don't chat at her, don't talk to her. You don't know what she's been through. Excuse me? I mean, really, who does that? I mean, why would you be doing that? Telling the public about the child's which is confidentiality to that poor child. Whatever her issues are, she just drew more attention to it.
And you're not even the
by doing
parent,
all
innit,
that.
Pinky? You're not even the parent. You're just a carer.
And she's
Liberties.
She's just a foster parent, so I heard.
Yes.
I mean, really, she's ruining that poor child. Worse.
She just didn't have a handle on
I
how
can't
to
believe
deal
it.
with the child.
I mean, a lot of people would think, oh, it's just a child. The child's being bad behaved and whatnot. No, the mother's enabling, or if that's the mother or the carer, whoever, she's enabling that behavior. She did not help that behavior at all. She just lit it even more. Because the more she said something, the more the child. And imagine allowing two people, public, in the store to try and wrestle her onto the floor. I mean, who does that? Who allows that?
Was that public wrestling her to the floor?
Yes, they were. Yeah. Go back and look at that. Yeah.
Because here's the other thing. If you've got a child with challenging behavior, you don't go to the store by yourself with the child.
Well, you can do if you've done a proper risk assessment of a child. Okay.
That's the risk assessment.
And I say that it because you can even do a look. I remember when I worked in challenged adults, and one of the adults, her behavior was this. You get her into the store, and as soon as you get in the store, because she like drama, she like exhibition. She's an exhibitionist. So as soon as you get her in the store, what she do? She try and start strip off all her clothes, and she want to do. Oh yes, they call it the streak. Boogie. That's what she want to do, and she like to eat cigarette butts. So I'm taking her.
Bring her out.
No, you can't say that. Why? Because she eats cigarette butts. There's lots of
these germs could be in that. You don't know whose lips was on there.
Yeah. You they do it. You would be surprised to know that sometimes they make this immune system. I don't know, but I used to think like that. but it's about really curbing the behavior and trying to distract the behavior. And sometimes it was really difficult. You'd make that assessment. I'd do a risk assessment thing. All right, she might be calm and cool right about now. You say, are you sure you're all right? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. And we get there, and as soon as we get into the store now, and sometimes, you know, if it's too much people, because you have to look at the times that you're going to go in the store, because you can't say, oh, they can't go out. You've got to keep them indoors. It's a behaviour that you've got to work with. You have to manage.
Listen,
So
I
it's
totally
how
hear
you
that.
learn different techniques. But one of the most important things is about keeping that person safe.
Color Queen has got a hand up. Thank you, Pinky. Color Queen has got a hand
Yeah,
up.
I've worked with a lot of special needs adults and children, but in this case, we're talking about this young person. And I totally agree. I have a friend and her grandson is autistic, and he runs rings around the mother and my friend. But you see the grandfather, when the grandfather drifts him up and call him, I'm dragging and tackle up himself. Because what he's doing, even though he is special needs and he is autistic, he knows how far to go with the mama and how far to go with the grandmama. When the grandpapa call and drag him, my friend said to me, my God, Angel, my belly hurt me. But when the grandfather hold him, come here, boy. You know that boy sit down in all these corners? He said, and I wouldn't come up because children know. Because even when you sent me the clip, I said, I wish my kids would do that so I could cut their ass. Because you and I know that we've become parents who spare the rod and spoil the child. Because we are firstborn children of the Windrush, we feel that our parents were draconian. We feel that our parents were too hard. So what we have done, we have ruined these children. I understand kids have got ADHD, Asperger's, autism, so they're going to need slightly special treatment. We get that. But what I'm saying is that this little boy, he's about 5 years old. And when my friend's husband called him, and when he called him one time in the ear, and when him get up and him cross the floor, and him drag him up, you know, that picking beer of himself because he's all scratching my friend in their face, you know, boxing the mother in their face. But when the granddaddy get up and when he grab him, like you see when the lion cub, when the lion gets the cub in the neck,
yes,
and or the kitten with a cat get the kitten in the neck, and when he drag him up, that baby all in corner. So they've got to know I'm the parent, I'm the adult, and I've got the responsibility. I'm not reneging on that. I'm not reneging on that. So all of this, oh, you don't know what she's been through, we get that and we understand that. But we're trying to keep them safe. And as Pinky said, it's about the risk assessment because they will keep feeding into that. And like, you know, we want them to do well at the end of the day. And I really wish one of my kids would do that, you know, because I cut their ass right there in the supermarket. I really would.
It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Just not happening. Jimmy, sorry, Chuck, where you there? I mean, thank you, Colin Queen. Appreciate it. Lord of mercy.
Where am I can't find myself. Hang on. Can't find myself.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
I can't unmute myself.
We can hear you. It's good. We can hear you.
Yeah, I have to agree with everything Color Queen just said. I just have to agree with everything because my grandson is an amazing little boy, but he has a unique individual relationship with us all. His mom, his dad, his grandma, his auntie. And what she said, certain time when he's going on with his antics, I said, hey, little boy, we are going with. I said, remember, you know, you are the baby, me are the boss. And he looked at me in my eye, you know, Joe. He looked at me in my eye and he's like, him say, all right then, cool, we're done.
Risk assessment carried
Yeah.
out.
And some of the things that sometimes the mischiefs that he gets up to with his mum when they're alone, and with his grandma when they're alone. When me and him are rolling, I don't know none of that behavior.
Nah,
It's like that's alien to me.
yeah.
Because like Color Queen said, these children are highly intelligent. Even if they have special needs or or they are autistic, they are highly intelligent. More fool you if you think that they're silly, because they're not. They are watching, they are observing, they are evolving, yeah, and they're the same as any child. For me, the rules are very simple. A child's job is to test the boundaries. Your job is to say, here, what? That line, you just crossed it, don't do it again. You're not ready for that yet. Yeah? We used to have the same trouble going into the supermarket, because, you know, at the end of the supermarket, what have they got in the checkout? Beer sweets. Yeah? When I tell my grandson, I say, here, what? No sweets. But you can have Chris. You go and you get his Chris. Yeah? You go take it to the counter. You wait for me to give him the card. Yeah? Because, like I said, these children are learning and evolving. He knows don't pick up nothing in the shop without taking it to the counter.
That's right.
He knows this. Yeah? And if I don't give him the physical money, yeah, he's waiting for me to give him my card, because he wants to tap it on the machine, because he knows this is what we do, and your children learn from what you show them.
Teaching him so young to tap a card.
Look, the other day we took him to the market. He wanted a yogurt. Yeah, his mum had a basket. I said, you know what? Let me get your own basket. When I put the little boy's yogurt in the basket, you know what he did?
Yeah.
He ran to the checkout because he just wanted his yogurt.
Nothing else mattered at that point. This is mine.
To the checkout.
And he knows to pay for it.
Are constantly evolving, but you know, I don't deal with corporal punishment. My son, my grandson, I ain't beating none of them, because there's a better way. And for me,
no, it's not that. You don't have the need. Some people need a beating. Some don't. Some just need a little talking to. It's just depending on what you got.
On that note, I have to 100% agree, because some children need a beating and some just need talking. Because with my son, all I did, I took away his stuff. I took away the Dreamcast, and I took away the TV, and made him sit in his room and look at the walls with no pictures on, and it took 4 hours to break him.
There you go.
I think it was about 8. And after that, anytime he stepped out of line, and I think it happened about 3 times after that, I took away his stuff, and after that, he liked his stuff more than he liked peeing off his dad. Game over. Done. Done. He's 34 years old now. The biggest joke between him is, when is he going to mess up so I can beat him?
34. And look how time flies. 34 years, just tick tock, and here we are. So we can clearly see with that situation there, and this is why it's taught the things there. This is why it's grown people in conversation. You can just look at a situation, you can just dissect it straight away. Clearly, the carer there was the one that was not in control. The little child felt it and went seeking the attention that she wasn't getting. She wasn't getting the attention, so she went seeking attention. I mean, and rather than engage with the child, the carer is still engaged with other people, not the child. You don't know what she's going through. Talk to the child. Get that relationship going, so that, they don't need to know what's going on, because you do it. The child needs to know that I got you. I'm there. It's okay. Don't worry. We can take a moment. Step outside for a moment. We can take a moment. It's well, Pinky was saying, that reassurance, isn't it? That reassurance, continued reassurance. Guys, we've got a couple of other subjects to talk about. I thought this one was particularly, I don't know the word for it, but I just want to give her a mention. Dawn Anderson, and she's of Sister Space. And unfortunately, so I get tribute, condolences. She was found in Jamaica, where she went for a break. A day or 2 after arriving, she went missing. I mean, it beggars belief. And her husband has been accused of her murder.
It seems to be happening too much, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, her husband has been accused of her murder.
Yeah, he's 38 years old.
Yeah, I don't know how old is she?
She's 64.
He was 38 and she was 64.
Yeah.
100, I hear that. And well, there you are. It's so
There
sad.
should be a picture of there should be a picture around of him and her together.
Oh well, I'm not seeing the picture of him and her together. Oh, maybe there was a picture of him and her together.
Yeah,
If-
there's a picture of him and her together. Did I
And
post it?
it's just so sad because Sister Pet Space, as you know, this woman here, Ungunga Fulani, was the one that was asked, where are you really from? And that put Sister Space into the market. Alicia, you got your hand up. Talk the things.
Sorry, this woman's got nothing to do with Sister Space. Sister Space is just talking about it. What's happened is, yeah, she's not from Sister Space.
That's what I thought.
No,
Oh well, then
not
they.
no.
So,
Woman is a British woman, British Caribbean woman. She went over to. She was married to a Jamaican. She went back to Jamaica and didn't tell any of her family about this. And she's gone missing. And they found that she was murdered. And they presume that it's her husband because her husband is well known as a criminal. He's got a rap sheet. He's got a criminal record. So there's been a lot of conversation online about this particular incident because she was applying for him to come over to the UK.
all right.
So,
And he killed. Why would he kill her then?
well, we don't know why he killed her, unfortunately, but they've been looking for him. I don't know if they found him, but they were looking for him because he's a suspect.
Right.
But everybody presumes that he is the person that
I think you've been told that he's been arrested actually.
been arrested now. Okay.
I
Well,
believe so.
yeah,
So interestingly, and thanks for the clarification.
yeah.
If she's not a member of Sister Space, as I'm reading the message here, it would appear that, because it says here, Dawn's murder has not made the national news as other missing British victims have.
It has made the national news.
Oh, it has now.
It has, yeah. It's been in the news. It just hasn't. I don't know if it's been on television or not, but it has been in the national news.
I would have to assume that 3 days ago when this was posted, it perhaps it had not made the national news at that time, and perhaps Sister Space posting it may have helped it get a bit more recognition than it would otherwise have received. Very sad.
It's been spoken about online, a lot online, but I know that the national news have picked up on it.
Oh, because I haven't seen it on BBC or ITV or any one of them. You know. But I thought I'd give that a mention. Very, very sad. Condolences, as Sister Space have done. And of course, we think about Dawn's family. I mean, just treacherous, just the devastation caused when oh man, and away on a holiday as well. Someone's got to now go out there, fly the body back, or determine how they're going to do that. It's just a nightmare that just ensues afterwards. Guys, we've got so much to talk about. Time is running away. This subject here, because a few of y'all may well have been to the Cocoa Black. You may well have gone to the Cocoa White the time before. So it's quite to hear that again. This is not the first, it's the second time, and I think it's bad. When people are trying to do good, you always got that why do people have to try and rain on the parade? People are doing good. They've done good work for many years. Why all of a sudden man have to come in and mess up the situation? Because it's a bad spec for everybody. And of course, the promoters are trying to put on dance so people can enjoy themselves, have a good time, and when them man come in and they're going on with them foolishness now you can't get the venue again. I mean, there's so much that repercussions from it. It's just ridiculous. And then what actually happened or didn't happen, the news, people are hungry to tell. You're not hungry to tell the news, to spread the word. I was there. I saw this. I saw that. They got their phones out. They've run. They haven't walked. They've run to their favorite, let me post everything about my life. And here we go. Look, Coco Black 2024.
About Coco Black. Let me just say, yeah, my opinion. Now, my opinion, yeah, as a big Ras woman, yeah, sometimes, listen, let's just get the facts clear, yeah? It was not overcapacitated. It wasn't overfull. Let me just be very basic. It was not overfull. It was a good amount of people in the room, but it wasn't barge. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was not. The time for the doors to close was the time for the doors to close. Now, whether that situation could have been handled slightly differently so that maybe people were, those who were ready, the line up to the point of the last person joining at closing time, up to that point, you all come in. The rest of you, no admittance, yeah? Because unalert from that point on. Whether that was what needed to happen, I don't know, yeah? I can't comment on, the decisions of the door. But I definitely do believe, yeah? On a bad mind. On a bad mind.
We can't play all of it. It's going to take up some time. But I'm saying the same thing. On a bad mind. What a one. Do you have your hand up first? Chuck, sorry. Start the thing.
Bruv, I'm upset, yeah? Ray is a friend of mine. I've known Ray for 30 plus years, more than likely more than that, yeah? This guy has taken the time to build his brand, yeah? This guy was playing in dances in Broccoli, house parties, yeah? In the mid to late 80s, yeah? When we was youths, yeah? This guy has worked and built this franchise, yeah? And he's taking it around the world, yeah? And people are just, because they can't adhere to the rules, yeah? Now, I know for a fact, everybody was told the door closes at 6 p.m. Yeah? But guess what? Everybody wants to arrive at 6 p.m. So if everybody's got the same idea, that means there's going to be a queue. Yeah, if you've got any kind of sense about yourself, yeah, if you're going to go somewhere and, lock off is at 6 p.m., I want to be there at 5 o'clock. Because I don't want the stress of, oh, am I going to get in? Am I not going to get in? I'm going to go there in time. But for someone to break a window of a 5-star hotel, what do you think you're doing to this man's brand? Because like you said, when he wants to take us to the Waldorf Astoria in New York, they're going to say, what? No, man, the last time we heard you had a dance, your people that was kicking through glass. And, the story will now, it will be bigger than one window that got broke. It will be a holy for hullabaloo. On top of that, yeah, from what I've seen, from the bits that I've seen, the security that was used was not the right security. They don't know how to handle our crowd, yeah? There is a black security company. Oh, what's their company called? Yeah, they do all of Ray's dances. All of Ray's dances. There's never no trouble.
Why did they do this one?
Because the hotel most probably had their own security. Yeah, because the guys that I saw on the door there, they're not from Gary's company. Yeah, it's the biggest black security company in the UK. They do all of Ray's big dances, studios, big dances. Yeah, there's never no trouble because all the bad men know them. All the bad people know them. But it was one woman who got kind of excited from what I've seen on the videos, and she broke the glass.
What with?
When you do that, you're killing off everybody's dance because you can't get in. You're mashing it up for everybody. So as the woman said in the video, you're a bad mind. How can you do that? Because of your own error.
Let's get some more feedback. We'll come back. Leisha, start the things.
Yeah, the problem is that back in the day, we used to have so many parties everywhere, everywhere. And now what's happened is we don't have as many really nice parties. And what the black promoters are trying to do now is trying to elevate the parties. So they're not no shebeen like parties like back in the day. These are nice, you dress up nice, you drink good champagne and stuff, listen to good music. It's a nice environment, like hotels and stuff. It's a nice, it's an evening out for you and your friends so you can enjoy or celebrate what have you. And then you get one person or few people, because there were several people who rushed the door from what they said. Now, just to as a thing, I didn't go to this event, and they look absolutely fantastic. Do a brilliant job, Coco events. I don't know what they're called, but let's call them Coco events. Beautiful, beautiful. The women look fantastic. The men look fantastic. The venues look fantastic. What an amazing job to do. And you get one person who probably got there late and decided that because they couldn't get in or couldn't get in on time, they smashed the door and they pushed their way in, rushed the doors. I think it's very childish and very immature. And what it's done is it's ruined probably the opportunity. It could potentially ruin opportunity for other black promoters to do similar events like that.
You know what I'm saying? And then them's the same people that are cussing how black people can't find good dance, can't find good plays, can't. Well, that's the reason why. Oh, come on, Pinky, hand is up. I mean, you know, I mean, as Gemma was saying,
Well, one thing I
years
have to say,
in the making.
back in the day, I mean, shebeens, I didn't do shebeens. I went to real class places such as
Okay.
Bennett's, Bally High. Let me think. There was Podium, there was Cinderella's, there was, and I used to wear my very nice, elegant clothes. And there was Treetop. There was lots of clubs back in the day. The difference in back in the day, they weren't as bad behaved as the crowd that you've got today. Now they were in their 40s. They were women that were in their 40s behaving like that.
And you
No
know what the thing is?
decorum, no decorum. You can talk, you could be angry, you could shout. You've got a time, and that's what black people don't know. You don't know time. You think you can just turn up to people's event at any time and walk in. It's not a party,
Pinky!
it's not a blues dance. They have no manners, they ain't got no decorum
Dark
about
it,
them.
Pinky.
They are, and they're wearing such nice clothes, such nice gear, and you think that they're people of elegance. They're not no people of elegance. Back in the day, we had women and men of elegance and class, because when we dress, let me tell you, oh, we weren't going out
You had the
to be
behavior
going
to go
and be
with it.
strolling out and taking off your shoe heel to be bursting people's glass. We weren't doing that. That was not our behavior. So please let me get this straight. Them Coco, the people who've made their brand, yeah, no disrespect to them. Unfortunately, that what it is, they're not getting real elegance, the real elegance of people, because they're appealing to a younger crew that are coming in who are rancid. They're rancid, and they're rancid up until their 30s and 40s. They ain't got no behavior.
As you sit there,
That's
don't
what
no decorum,
50s
no
and
decorum,
over, you might
don't know
find
time.
great behavior, but let me tell you, they don't have no decorum. Nope. They're disgusting, and they're dressed to the high heels, and you think they're
Don't know
elegant.
time.
Elegant what? Elegant women don't behave like that,
That's
taking off
right.
shoe heel and breaking people's glass and rushing a place. The security, yeah, people are going to say that that weren't the right security. Well, I've done security for many years, and at the end of the day, they were rude. Those people, they were rude. They told you already that is the time. It's about the fact that you cannot turn up on time, even for work, maybe for school. You were never a punctual person. So half of you that were out there were not punctual people.
And broke up the place because
Because
they're
if you
late,
did, you
not
got
because the venue did anything.
you don't turn up, and you don't even do an hour before. You get there from 4 o'clock. Those are the times that you're supposed to head there from, because there's a multitude of people coming through those doors. You understand? You know that there's a multitude of people coming through those doors. So you do give yourself time. They just don't know time. That's the problem. And they don't respect time.
Well, they don't respect
So
venue.
they thought they could just pay their money and then they want to, yeah, because, and then you see what happened as well. There were people on the inside, yeah, because cameras don't lie. There were people on the inside who were there on and were laughing at outside. Of course, that must rail you up a little bit, isn't it? So you decide to mash it up for everybody else because in the end they locked it off.
Well,
So
bad man,
everybody
as the girl
lost
said.
out.
Yeah.
So that's what you're going to do, and that's why black people, unfortunately, it is difficult for you to have something because when you do, you destroy it for other people. You're just like
See,
children. See,
let's
because
just
at
read.
school, one child messes up, everybody explodes for everybody that's on the bench. That's
Mute. So Coco Black is gonna ride. D, you're mute. Let's
Okay. So
words.
I can you everybody hear me? Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, we can hear you.
good evening.
Okay. So I'm speaking from experience because I've been. And you're right. The elite of the rave, it is different because he has thought of every single thing and more. And it saddens me to know that this has happened because him and Studio Express, as in Dodd and Ali, they sit down and they look for prestigious places that we can go and dress up to the high end. Yes, you're paying £200 for a bottle of brandy. You know how much it costs to go out. If you know you want to expend, or should I say, pay all that money to go out and spend that money on brandy and have somewhere to have a good time, yes. How I think it's gone wrong, like what Jemmy was saying, the gentleman's been in the industry for a long time. I honestly believe how it's gone wrong is because the younger generation have gone there now with a different outlook. And I feel it's all about, I've got this money, I'm allowed to be here. And you know what? I don't care about, as it were, the people that put this event on because they are there to pose. And that's what's so sad because I've been there with a group of my friends. Ray has accommodated me with my disability, giving me a chair, giving me table. He's accommodated me and mine. And it just hurt to know for me that these guys who have been in the industry have tried to elevate raves. They have tried because my daughter's gone and she said, Mom, it's wicked. She said, Mom, they've got proper toilets, proper facilities, absolutely lovely at the Festival of Cocoa White. I've been to Cocoa Black. And it just saddens me to know, I don't know what's going to happen from now on.
Well, now here's the thing, because it is upsetting because when you know there's something nice that you can recommend, you want that to keep going. And then when these issues occur, if not once, as it has, and then a second time,
as it has,
oh man, now you're really beginning to ask the question, like, ooh,
the tickets are not cheap, though.
And it's taken years to build. I mean, the guy has spent years.
It was a small thing, 250 people. Ask Jemmy knows it was a small family thing, 250 people, big people thing. And it grew nicely, grew beautiful. And after COVID, Lord have its mercy, we thought, well, we're kids, it's coming back, it's going to be the lick. And I don't know if it's because it was so nice that the word got out and the youth them say, yeah, I want to come, they access for this, that, and the other. You know, I've never been to a place where the DJs are televised. It's an experience. You're like, oh my God, I can see the DJ on this thing. One big, massive screen. Beautiful. I can't even. That's why I think it's so popular because it's so exquisite.
Different, out of it. just not the
people
norm.
dress
Like,
up, the
wow,
men
they've
dress
gone to
up.
high degrees and levels and men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mansions. It's been in mansions. It's been in high-end places, and it's heart-wrenching to know that. I don't know if he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna make it next year.
Well, that's the thing. They've put so much into it, and I think maybe they should next year just cancel for the year.
No,
No, they're not going to
I don't
do
think you
that.
understand,
They'll
though.
be back
We're
No,
2024.
talking
no.
about
No, they're not going to do
4,000.
that,
Well,
and
how
they
do you send
shouldn't
a
do
message
that.
out for the behavior?
No, they're not. No, they're not going to
No.
do that.
Yeah, they
And I
said they're
don't
not
think.
finished, by the way. I need to show
No,
you.
I think those people, original people, who like Dee says there, who supported it, it was a big people's thing. That's what needs to happen. The
They
big
need to
people
go back
need
to
to
their core.
return for 2025 and show those little youngsters it's not happening. You don't want that behavior, because that's what needs, when the crowd turns on them and tells them, hey, check yourself. Hey, you dress up smart and behaving like you're something with elegance.
Hooligan, yeah.
Check
Yeah.
yourself. You know, so
That's
they're
what
going to
needs
be
to
back.
happen.
If they're that good, they're going to be back. You don't allow someone like or people or that kind of behavior
But
to
that's what I'm saying.
ruin. What you do
If
is you discuss it as we're discussing it here now,
yeah,
and
but if
letting people know. you know.
Coco, if they were to cancel and then come back, say the following year,
Why?
because of bad behavior, people will know, don't bring your bad behavior to the dance, because it will end. You'll kill the dance if you bring your bad behavior. Let me just read the letter of appreciation, by the way, from the Coco Black team, who want to extend their sincere appreciation to everyone who attended the event at the Intercontinental Hotel on Sunday, December 8th, 2024. How stunning you looked in your elegant all-black attire, and your energy and style truly made the event
Intercontinental.
exceptional. Yeah, that's what it was.
Shush,
However,
Pinky, shush.
we must address a significant issue that affected the overall experience on the day of the party. A small group of latecomers chose to jump the queue and attempted to access the venue after the announced door closure time. This disruptive behavior prematurely ended our event, contrary to the claim of overselling tickets. This selfish action impacted those who arrived on time, and we understand the frustration it caused. We expect all future attendees to take accountability for punctuality. That means you have to know time to ensure seamless and enjoyable experiences for everyone. Let's be clear, this is not the end. In 2025, we will return bigger, stronger, and better than ever, continuing to enhance the remarkable day party experience you deserve. Thanks once again to everyone who joined us, sincerely. So this was from—
Can I just say,
yeah,
that says the Intercontinental Hotel. Where is that Intercontinental? Not the one in West End. Could never be.
don't know, but it was a high class event.
Intercontinental, that's one of the most top hotels in London, and you're telling me that they had Intercontinental.
Yeah, but that's what happened, Biggie. People don't know behavior.
No. If you look up the Intercontinental, look up Intercontinental Hotel.
Yeah.
Look up the Intercontinental Hotel.
That's where they were.
That's a real splash place.
That's what it was.
To go there and behave like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They might have ruined the people's name.
Yeah.
That's Intercontinental.
This is what we're saying. What do you think we've been saying, girlfriend?
Is
this
it
is what
sinking
we're saying,
in now?
darling. This
No,
man
I
is
just
not
know
going to
it's the
give place.
Intercontinental
He's
Hotel.
finding exquisite place to
Yes.
put your clothes on. You're coming out.
They give you reason to dress. I mean,
yeah,
you're coming out and you're feeling nice. You're feeling well, nice.
Joseph, get the
and you feel good.
Joseph, get the Intercontinental up, please.
No,
please.
the Intercontinental.
Please, no,
nice.
just get the Intercontinental, because I know the Intercontinental Hotel.
Oh, Pinky,
I know the
It was
Intercontinental Hotel. So
and
I'm just saying.
hold on, beg your pardon. The
Pinky. Pinky,
You should
yeah.
take the Intercontinental.
We
was at the
all
O2.
know the hotel. We all know the hotel, darling. We
No,
all know the
the
hotel.
real Intercontinental Hotel, you know.
Pinky,
I
we
don't
Yes.
all
think
know
black
it,
people can
darling.
get in there, you know.
No,
but this one's
Pinky,
in
Pinky,
Sorry.
stop
O2.
it.
I don't
Pinky,
think black
stop
people
it.
can get
Yeah,
in the
we got our money. We
Intercontinental.
can go any bloody where. Stop that.
No wonder why. No wonder why the security. If that was Intercontinental security, no wonder why they were so polite and decent. They're not used to that kind of behaviour.
Well, nobody was expecting it, to be fair. I mean,
Really?
Ray obviously feels that his crowd is a behaved crowd and you know, liked the experience and so on and so forth. He felt that
Well,
he
some
could
people
bring them
obviously
to the
don't
place
behave
there.
because they were late, and then because they were late, they behaved badly. That's not being behaved.
Joe,
Yeah, well,
My-
that's them.
Joe, my friend built this shit from. He was playing in the house parties and shebeens in Broccoli.
But that's my point. It takes time
Yeah,
to build
yeah.
a brand.
He's built this brand
Yes.
over decades.
Pinky,
Yeah,
you
That's so
see it?
and
sad.
people ain't got no
Oh, it's the
behavior. I don't care what
O2.
nobody says.
Intercontinental London, the O2.
Okay, now that must be so that they're definitely brothers. Intercontinental is one of the most top hotels in London. Go to the Intercontinental in West End and let me
Hold
show
on,
you.
we have to be mindful of our radio listeners because we are coming to that time where we're going to have to say goodbye to the radio listeners.
Wow.
But nonetheless, you can find us on an array of channels, as you know. Find us on YouTube. This story will be posted. But of course, we can only but express our distaste and disgust at the poorer than poor behavior of the youth them. And
Yep.
what is a youth? What age group are we?
Hold up,
They're not
Joe.
youth.
Joe,
I
the
mean,
They're
person
what-
who
they're
broke the window,
radio
how old
listeners
were
are.
they?